Okay, let's get into it today, brothers and sisters. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Okay, and today's topic is heaven and hell. We're gonna clear up this once and for all. I have many people asking me this concerning this heaven and hell topic. Many people want to know certain viewpoints on what is what and is heaven is this and is hell is that. So let's bust all this up today. We're gonna lay it out before you. All right. Okay. Some people may think hell is in the earth. That is some subterranean region where you have demons and you have devils that's tormenting you with a pitchfork. That's not true. It's mythological and it's false. However, some people think that heaven is in the sky. There's a place of streets of gold in the sky somewhere that no man has never saw. And that's not correct. Okay? So we're going to clear that up. We're going to get all this today. So, once again, the topic is heaven and hell. And to be honest, heaven and hell is actually a condition. So let's get into it. Start out with Deuteronomy 32 and 22. It says, "For a fire is kindled in my anger." Who is saying this? The Most High is saying this, but he's using Moses as a mouthpiece. Alright? So the Most High say, "A fire is kindled in my anger and shall burn into the lowest hell and shall consume the earth with her increase." Okay? "And set on fire the foundations of the mountains." So it says, "For a fire is kindled in my anger." This is not talking about literal fire, okay? This is not talking about literal fire. This fire is metaphorical fire, okay? And what I mean by that is this fire symbolizes anger, you know, great animosity, great wrath. You know, great wrath, great animosity, great indignation. That represents a fire that's burning. When you get really mad, that represents a burning fire. So this is what this fire is representing. The Most High anger is represented as a fire, okay, that shall burn into the lowest hell. All right. So I'm gonna be explaining different viewpoints of hell in the Bible because this fire right here represents wrath, indignation, and anger, okay? In Deuteronomy 32:22. Let's get some more viewpoints on hellfire. Okay. We'll go back to that. I just want to show you viewpoints on hellfire before we go back to that, okay? Let's look at let me browse through these precepts. I'm going to show you. Just hold your horses. Get your pens and paper out. All right? And take notes. Now let's look at Matthew 10 and 28. It says, "Fear not them which can kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul." Okay, it says, "Fear them which can kill the body." Who is them? Them is our enemies. The so-called white man is number one of our enemies out of all the other heathenistic nations, okay? Like I said, we all know that the Hebrew Israelites are Negroes, are Hispanics, and Native Indians. Any nation that is not Negro, Hispanic, or Native Indian, they are Gentile nations. For example, Chinese people, Europeans, Africans, Arabs, those are Gentiles. So when they say fear not them which can kill the body, it's talking about our enemies, which are the Gentiles. Because we know in the last days there will be great distress going on. And you know the RFID chip is right around the corner from coming into effect. And there would be many people that would be killed for not accepting this RFID chip. And who's doing that killing? The so-called white man, the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. Okay, so that's the damn. It say, be not afraid of them which can kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Okay, right here it says both soul and body in hell. Okay. Now let's focus on soul when it says fear him that is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Because that him is the Most High. It says fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body. So we should fear the Most High, not man. Not these so-called white man, these damn devils, man. Alright? And the other Gentile nation. Okay, when it says destroy both soul and body in hell, basically it's talking about the soul as concerning fear him that's able to destroy that soul within that body. Because everybody has a soul. The body is like a vehicle, okay? So the Most High can destroy the outward appearance, and he can destroy the errant. The errant man, he can destroy both soul and body. However, only man can kill the body, so you should fear the Most High that's able to destroy the soul and the body. Now, notice what it says in this context, though. It says body in hell. All right? So, the only place that you possess the body is on the earth. That's the only place you possess the body, on the earth. Okay? So, the body in hell, the body is destroyed on the earth. Okay? You don't go into the earth and burn and be tormented by devils and demons. That's a mythological doctrine that came from out of Rome. You know what I'm saying? A Roman pagan doctrine. That's why I said the body in hell. What is hell? Now we just went over that. Okay? In Deuteronomy 32 and 22. It say, for a fire is kindled in my anger and shall burn into the lowest hell. So what is this talking about? Let's go back. All right. So the Most High say a fire is kindled in his anger which shall burn to the lowest hell. What it's basically saying in St. Matthew 10:28, fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in the midst of his anger. Okay. What is hell? Let me give you some examples of hell. Hell that fell upon the Israelite. AIDS would be hell. Poverty would be hell. Incarceration would be hell. Drugs in the community is hell. Abortions. Education. Like as far as high school dropouts, not getting a good education to succeed in life. High blood pressure. Diabetes. And being oppressed. Being in slavery. You know, having other men to rule over you. Having other people to oppress you. That's hell. And where does all this come from? It comes from the Most High's anger. Let's go back. It comes from the Most High's anger that he put on the children of Israel for disobedience. Okay? So that's the lowest hell. How we know this to be true? Let's look at Leviticus 26. And I'm going to begin with verse 13. It says, I am the Lord your God which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt, that ye shall not be their bondman, which is slave man. I have broken the bands of yoke and made you go upright. So the Most High delivered the children out of Israel. That's what he's talking about. He delivered the children out of Israel, his children, the children of Israel. Okay? But if ye will not hearken to me, talking to the children of Israel, the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians, if you will not hearken to me and will not do all these commandments, okay, he says, and if ye shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgment, that means, abhor means to hate my judgments, so that you will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant, let's not forget, Children of Israel made a covenant with the Most High in the book of Exodus. He said, if you break my covenant, that means my agreement, I also would do this unto you, and I would even appoint over you terror. What is terror and consumption? What is terror, man? We just went over it. Terror, AIDS, poverty, incarceration, drugs in the community, black on black crime, diabetes, and so forth, being oppressed. That's terror. So I would appoint terror over you in consumption. And the burning all. What is the burning all, man? He say in the burning all. What is that? The burning all, that means going through suffering, distress, and pain. Okay, it says, that shall consume thy eyes and cause sorrow of heart. And ye shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemies shall eat it. Okay, you see that? It says, ye shall sow your seed in vain, for the enemy shall eat it. And we're going to go over these enemies. Who is the enemies of the children of Israel? But we focusing on this hell topic. It says, and I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. We're going to find out who those enemies, that they hate you, and shall reign over you. So, and it says, and ye shall flee when no man pursue it. This is the main key verse I want you to pay attention to, okay? It says, I will break the pride of your power, and I will make heaven as iron. So you can see right here, hell and heaven is actually a condition, man. It's actually a condition. That's why he said this. And if ye will not yet for all this hearken, that means if you will not listen, if you will not follow these laws, statutes, and commandments that I have given you, then I will punish you 7 times. Look down here, it says, I will break the pride of your power. I will make your heaven. So what is heaven? Look at this. He says, I will make your heaven as iron and your earth as brass. So right here, man, heaven is rulership. Okay, because the kingdom of Israel, the Israelites, the children of Israel, they was ruling. They was placed in top rank. They was the top nation that ruled. They had all the power in the earth over all the other nations. But the Most High told the Israelites, if they don't listen, that I will make your heaven as iron. What does that mean? That iron in your earth as brass. That iron in your earth as brass. That means captivity, man. You will go from rulership into captivity. So heaven and hell is actually conditions on the earth. Okay? How do we know that? We're going to get more into it. Let's continue to read. Okay? They are actually conditions on the earth. Alright? Now, let's look at Deuteronomy 11 and 21 to show you that heaven and hell are conditions on the earth. It says that your days may be multiplied and the days of the children in the land, which the Most High swear to you. Now, let me tell you what's going on. Basically, the Most High is telling the Israelites about the law, statutes, and commandments. It says, therefore shall ye lay up these my words in your heart. What is the words? The law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God in your soul. See that? So he say, lay up these words in your heart and in your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand. Okay? That they may be as frontlets between your eyes, and ye shall teach them your children. You shall teach them your children, speaking of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest about thy way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. That means teach your kids the laws. Israel should be teaching their kids the laws. Okay? It says, and thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thy house and upon thy gates, that your days may be multiplied, and that the days of your children in the land which the Most High swear unto your fathers to give them as the days of heaven upon the earth. So heaven means rulership. Okay? Because the children of Israel, they was in the position of rulership long as they was keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. Alright? But when they decide to go outside of the Most High commands, do what they want to do, and go off in iniquity, then their days of heaven was turned into captivity. Okay? So like I said, hell and heaven is a condition on the earth. Alright? That's why it says, I will break your pride and your power, and I will make your heaven as iron. Children of Israel fell. They went into captivity. Now I told you we was gonna go over these enemies. I told you we was gonna go over these enemies because it says that basically if they didn't listen, the Most High said that ye shall be slain before your enemies. See that? Ye shall be slain before your enemies. Okay? You shall be slain. So we have to figure out who these enemies are. And they said they shall reign over you. Alright? See? So let's find out. Okay. Let's go into who are the enemies. Let's go into pics right quick. I have a couple pictures. Alright, and I'm going to show you these enemies that the Most High is talking about. Okay. So let's pull this chart up. Table of Nations. These are the enemies the Most High is talking about from 2 to 18. Okay, because Israel, let's not forget, was the top nation that's ruling. They was the top nation to rule. But when Israel decided that they did not want to hearken and listen to the Most High's commandments, he took them from number one and placed them all the way at the bottom and put all of these nations over Israel. All these Gentile nations. These nations that are not Israelites are Gentiles. They are heathens. And that's why it says, let's go back. That's why it basically says, I will break the pride of your power. See? He broke that power. I will make your heaven as iron. How did he do that? By punishing us. See? By making these other heathenistic nations reign over us. So we fell from rulership and went into captivity. What is that rulership? Heaven. What is that captivity? Hell. And we're going to prove that. We're going to prove that. Alright? Let's keep going on. Let's look at Deuteronomy 28:15. Once again, heaven and hell are conditions on the earth. Let's look at Deuteronomy 28:15. It says, but it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken. Okay? It shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy God to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Okay, what curses is the Most High talking about? He's talking about these curses. He's talking about the curses from Deuteronomy 28, stopping on 68. All these curses came upon the Israelites, which are the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And to prove that we are the children of Israel, we are the only people that fit these curses from Deuteronomy 28:16, stopping on 68. Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the only ones that fit these curses. And these curses came upon the Israelites for being disobedient. So actually, the Most High sent these curses in what? In his anger. See? These curses came out of the Most High's anger. And what is that anger? That anger is fire. Okay? So we know that we still bear the curses till this day. So guess what? We is in hell as we speak. As I speak, we is in hell right now. The white man is in rulership because he's ruling over us. Let's not forget in Leviticus 26:17 it says that basically your enemies that hate you, they shall reign over you. Are we not on the government that is ran by the white man? Okay? Are we not under his power? Yes. So we are in hell while he's in heaven. Alright? So heaven and hell are conditions. Alright? So let's continue. See, it says, now these are one of the curses out of Deuteronomy 28:16, stopping on 68. These are one of the curses, which is verse 43 of Deuteronomy 28. It says, the stranger that is within thee. Who is the stranger? The Gentiles nations. That's the stranger. Let me go back. Let me show you this. The strangers are from 2 to 18. Okay? From 2 to 18. That's the strangers. Okay? Let's go back. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. So guess what, y'all? Guess what, people? Let's go back to the table of nations. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. So guess what? We was the top nation to rule over all nations of the earth. But when we disobeyed the laws, statutes, and commandments, the Most High brought us down very low and put all these nations above us. That's why when you go to the gas stations, you basically have to pay your gas to Arabs. They run the petrol gas stations and so forth. And for the females, when you go in there to get your weave, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking to the Israelite woman, because the true Hebrew, they know to stay natural. But I'm talking to these so-called Israelites that don't stray away, man, that don't know the truth. You know what I'm saying? When you go into the hair store, who you buy your weave from? The Koreans. You know what I'm saying? The Koreans. All right? And then who your businesses is ran by? The so-called white man. All right? What all your products come from? China. Everything you get made in China. All right? So what I'm saying is, the white man, the Europeans, the Arabs, the Africans, you know, they got above us when we fell. And to this very day, if we want anything, we have to go to them and want of all things. That was also one of the curses. All right, that we shall serve our enemies. All right, so let's go back. It says that we shall come down very low. What is that very low? That very low, however, is in Deuteronomy 32:22. That very low is that low as hell. See that? That low as hell. That's that very low. For a fire is kindled. That's what the Most High said. And my anger, and shall burn until the lowest hell. Okay? That lowest hell, however, that lowest hell is that very low in Deuteronomy 28:43. All right? Because we was placed very low, because when you think about AIDS, Negroes, Hispanics, number one. Poverty, Negroes, Hispanics, number one. Incarceration, Negroes, Hispanics, number one. Drugs in the community, we number one of that. High school dropouts, Negroes and Hispanics. Abortions, primarily Negroes, some Hispanics. Crime on the earth, Negroes and Hispanics. Latin Kings, Bloods, Crips. See what I'm saying? High blood pressure, Negroes, Hispanics. Being oppressed, Negroes and Hispanics. Diabetes, Negroes and Hispanics. So the Most High put all this hell and distress upon us, man, and brought us down very low, okay? What is that very low once again? That low is hell. How did he do that? For a fire that was kindled in his anger. He did that to Israel because he was pissed off with Israel for not keeping the commandments, sent curses upon the Israelites, and we battle curses to this day. So heaven and hell are conditions on the earth, people. All right? Not a mythological place where you burn. Not a mythological place that is up in the sky. Heaven is not up in the sky. We're going to prove that too. Heaven is actually on the earth. Okay? That's why when you say our Father prayer, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Because the heaven is going to be on the earth. There would be, just like it's perfect order in heaven, there would be perfect order on the earth when Christ returns to set up his kingdom. All right? I'm just letting you know that heaven and hell is conditions, man, and not mythological places like these damn Pentecostal churches, and like I said, and all these other pastors that don't know the truth push out to these people to destroy their minds, man. All right? Okay? Look at Deuteronomy 29:27. See? See that? It says, and the anger of the Most High was kindled against this land. Who is he talking about? Israel, for breaking the commandments. So what is that anger that was kindled against the land? Alright? That anger was that fire. See, because they say a fire is kindled in my anger and shall burn into the lowest hell. Alright? So that's the anger, okay? That's the anger in Deuteronomy 29:27. That fire. Yeah, so basically, to put it in simple terms, to paraphrase it, it would read as follows: and the fire of the Most High was kindled against this land, to bring upon all these curses that are written in this book. And those curses once again can be found in Deuteronomy 28:16, stopping on 68. It says, and the Most High rooted them out of their land. He took the Israelites from the promised land, and Ralph, see that? And Ralph and great indignation. So what is that? Ralph. What is that? Ralph and great indignation. That Ralph and great indignation is that fire that is kindled in his anger. See? So when you're not in favor with the Most High, you are in danger of fire. You are in danger. You are in danger at the lowest point of hell, man. Okay? That's why we bringing this out, okay? So a fire is kindled in his anger. So he was so angry with Israel, it was like a fire that was being kindled. Not a literal fire, not actually fire that's burning on the earth. That fire represents his anger, okay? All right? That's why he said that, all right? So it says, and shall consume the earth with her increase. It says, and shall consume the earth with her increase. What it's talking about when it says that this anger, which burned to the lowest hell, shall consume the earth. What is it talking about? It's talking about the anger that's burning into the lowest hell. It's happening right here on the earth. So that lowest hell, okay, that fire, that lowest hell, see this? Just trying to highlight it. That lowest hell and that fire is happening where? On the earth. It's a condition, not a mythological place. All right? So the Most High he was upset with Israel. And he cast them into hell. All right? What is that hell? His anger. His anger is residing upon the Israelites because they don't want to get this. They don't want to get together, man. They don't want to get the program together. They don't even want to get with the program. All right? That's why his anger is upon us as we speak. That's why you continuously see AIDS, poverty, incarceration, drugs, abortion, crime on the earth, black on black crime especially. That's why you see us living in the ghettos. That's why you see us just struggling from day to day. Because the Most High anger is residing upon us because we are rejecting the law, statutes, and commandments. Therefore, we are in the state of being in hell, man. All right? Okay? So it's not that you burning under the earth. You burning in the anger of the Most High. That's hell, not literal fire. Okay? That's hell, not literal fire. And like I said, if you're not in favor with the Most High, once again, if you're not in favor with the Most High, you are in the conditions of the lowest hell because you are residing under his anger. All right? So hell is a condition of being not in the Lord's favor. All right? Let's keep continuing. Like I say, I hope you guys are taking notes, man. I want to lay this out so you can see, man. All right? Okay. That's why we was looking at Deuteronomy 29 and 28. And the Most High rooted them out of their land in anger and wrath and in great indignation and cast them into another land as it is this day. And what are those lands? Man, we were scattered out for being disobedient. He took us away from the land of Israel and cast us, some of us, to the western hemisphere. We're scattered out in the eastern hemisphere. We're scattered out in North America, South America, Central America. We got the Caribbeans. We are scattered all over, man. He scattered us out and took the land away from us in his anger and that fire, okay, and that great indignation. Why did he do that? It's telling you right here in Deuteronomy 29 and 26. For they went and they served other gods. They served other gods and worshiped them. Gods whom they knew not, whom he had given it to them. That's why the Most High anger, which is that fire, came upon us, causing us to be in the hell that we are in today. Okay? So the white man, he in this heaven. I'm going to prove this, that heaven and hell is a condition. Let me fix the camera. We're going to continue on. Going to prove that heaven and hell is a condition. Let's continue to go on. Let's look at Lamentations 2:1. It says, how had the Most High covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud? He covered the daughter of Zion. Okay, who is the daughter of Zion? The daughter of Zion is Israel. Okay, the Israelites. The 12 tribes of Israel is the daughter of Zion. All right, so he covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud. He covered the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians with a cloud. In his anger. See that? He covered them with a cloud in his anger. So just keep in mind, every time the Most High begins to become furious, every time the Most High anger begins to fall on a nation of people, that anger symbolizes that fire which is kindled. Okay? For a fire is kindled in my anger and shall burn into the lowest hell. Okay? That's what it symbolized. So let's go back. So fire represents anger. And the Most High was angry with the daughter of Zion. With a cloud in his anger, he cast them from heaven. See that? He cast them down from heaven into the earth. So we know that the Israelites was never up in the celestial realm, flying around with wings, flying around in the skies, in the atmospheric realm. So what it's talking about here? It's talking about how he cast them down from rulership into captivity. How he cast them down by allowing other nations to rule over them. And we read that. That's why we're going to keep going back and forth to let you see. That's why Leviticus 26:17 says, and I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies, they that hate you, and shall reign over you. That's how he cast us down, man. All right? Because before that happened, we was ruling. The Israelite was in top rank. But when they started going off into iniquity, he cast them down from heaven into the earth, just like Lamentations 2:1 is stating here. The beauty of Israel. So it happened to Israel. Okay? It happened to Israel, the 12 tribes, which are Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And remembered not his footstool in that day of his anger. So once again, heaven and hell is a condition. He cast them down from heaven to the earth. He cast them down from rulership into captivity. Let's get some more precepts. Okay, now let's look at this. Isaiah 14:12. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? So when you think of Lucifer, Lucifer, once again, I've done a video on this. I already have a video on YouTube. And it's called Lucifer is not Satan, or Satan is not Lucifer. I think that's what it is. Just check that out for more information. However, when it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, you must keep in mind that Isaiah 14 is a future prophecy. This has not happened yet, people. Okay, you know the church, they would tell you that the Most High and Satan got into a dispute, and the Most High cast Satan from the earth, kicked him down, and they say that Satan's real name is Lucifer. So basically the church would tell you that the Most High God kicked Lucifer from heaven and he fell to the earth. However, this is not talking about that. Okay? Let's not forget that this damn devil, the so-called white man, let's not forget that we wasn't able to read or write for over 200 years. So everything that we have learned have come from these heathens, have come from these Gentiles. Okay? So we have to start all over again. That's why in Romans 12:2, I want to say, it says, be not conformed to this world, but be renewed. But be by the renewing of your mind, okay? We have to have a renewing of mind. We can't bring that same Pentecostal mindset in this truth. Once you realize that we the Hebrew Israelites, we have to get rid of all those old teachings that we have learned in the church. Okay? So Romans 12:2 says, be not conformed to this world. But we got to have a change in the mind, a renewing of mind. Okay? So we know this is not what the church teach. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Lucifer is not Satan. Lucifer, however, let me break this down. Lucifer is the so-called Luciferians. Who are they? The Edomites, Esau, white people, the Luciferians, okay? The holders of the light, the Illuminati, the ones in top rank. And I'm going to show you this. Let me see if I have a picture. These are the 13 bloodlines of the Illuminati. Let me zoom in. The 13 bloodlines of the Illuminati. Okay? The Rockefellers, Rothschilds, you got the DuPont family, the Kennedys, and so forth, man. Kellogg family, so forth. These are the Luciferians that Isaiah 14 is talking about. And what are all these families? These are so-called white people. The Edomites. Esau. Alright? So Lucifer, however, let's go into tools right quick. I want to stay on the subject, but I just want to show you this right quick. Lucifer is Hallel. Let's see what it says.
Strong's H, 1966. Haleo. Haleo.
So you can see, however, Lucifer right here, which is the Hebrew, I want to say 1966, is actually Halel. So let's click into that and find out. Okay. Now, as you can see right here, it says in the sense of brightness. See that? In the sense of brightness. So let's go down. Let's go down. All right. It says Lucifer is the light barrier. Ones who hold the light. Holders of the light. Okay, that's why your Statue of Liberty is in New York City, because she bears light to the nation. So these Luciferians, which are the Illuminati, they call themselves the enlightened ones, the illuminated ones. The ones that attain the light, okay? Those are the Luciferians, the so-called Edomites, the so-called white man, which are the Edomites, okay? A body of people that's destroying and oppressing this land. Those are the Luciferians, not Satan. Satan and Lucifer is not the same. All right, let's go back. All right, it says, "O Lucifer, the Illuminati, the Luciferians, son of the morning." Why does it say son of the morning? That reflects back on the illuminated ones. That reflects back on that light. It says, "How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations?" But what I want you to focus on, let's not forget Isaiah 14 has not come to pass yet. And it says, how art thou fallen from heaven? That means in those last days when Christ returns, when the Most High returns, that this so-called white man, this so-called Illuminati, these body of people, that they will fall. They will fall from heaven. Now let's not forget, heaven means rulership, right? I'm trying to let you know that heaven and hell are conditions on the earth. So Lamentations 2:1 said, just like the Most High was upset with Israel, he cast them down from heaven, down from rulership into the earth. He cast them down from ruling into captivity, okay? All right, just like he did Israel. When he cast Israel into captivity from ruling, he gave this so-called white man and these other nations a certain time limit to rule in the earth. But according to Isaiah 14, this is a future prophecy. So when Christ returns and the Most High returns on the earth, he would take away the so-called white man power. Therefore, he will fall from heaven. Now let's not forget the white man has not fell from heaven yet, because he's still ruling in the earth. This is his government. Everything, we have to pay money to him. We are orchestrated. We work for him, his businesses, and we go to work and pay our bills to different corporations and organizations in the earth. So we are still under their rulership. So right now, the white man heaven is as we speak. He's ruling while we are in hell right now. While the children of Israel, which are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, are in hell right now. So heaven and hell are conditions. Let's keep going. Let's look at Isaiah 34 now. Let's not forget, and Isaiah 14:12, it says, "How art thou fallen from heaven?" So these Edomites, these white people, they gonna fall in the last days. How do we know that? Let's look at Isaiah 34. It says, okay, let's look at 34:2. "For the indignation of the Most High is upon all nations." Okay, all nations, and his fury is upon all their armies. Okay, and it says he hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Okay, all right. Now let's go back down to 34:4. It say, "All the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved." What is the hosts of heaven? The hosts of heavens are the leaders. The hosts of heaven are the elites. The hosts of heaven are the illuminated ones. The aristocracy, the ones in top rank, the ones that run this world. These are the hosts of heaven. So basically, to paraphrase this, the host of rulership. Okay, and who are those families? Who are those families? Let's go back to the pictures I just showed you previously. Those families are the 13 bloodlines. Okay? The 13 bloodlines. Alright? Let's go back a little bit. See, can you see this better? 13 bloodlines. Okay, Rockefeller, the Rothschild, and so forth. Their rulership would be taken in the earth in the last days, according to Isaiah 34:4. All the hosts of heaven is those people. They shall be dissolved. Be dissolved by what? Nuclear destruction. Okay? Nuclear destruction. They will be dissolved by nuclear destruction. Because nuclear warheads, ICBM missiles, is coming on America, which is classified as Babylon in the Bible. And America will be destroyed. So let's not get those missiles, let's not get that mixed up with hell, because I want to show you something right here. Because these missiles is coming on the Edomites for their oppression in the land. You know, and I'm going to just show you this. I'm trying to wrap everything up as quick as possible. See, and the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire. Who is that devil? That devil is the so-called white man that deceived them. How did he deceive us? With his falsehood, lies, and deceit, and his religions and so forth. His white Christ, his false white Christ pictures, his false pictures of all the disciples being European and so forth. His false rapture doctrines, and you know, his false Trinity doctrines and his false tribulation doctrines. He would be deceive. He would deceive the world. So that same old white man that pushed this democracy throughout the earth would be cast into the lake of fire. This lake of fire, people get this lake of fire mixed up. They say this lake of fire, that's the fire that's hell, what the Bible speaks of. This is not hell, okay? This lake of fire, however, is fire from the nuclear missiles. This is fire from the ICBM missiles. This is fire from the nuclear and atomic destruction that will come on Babylon. It says where the beast and the false prophet are. The beast is the Roman Catholic system. The false prophet of the Roman Catholic Church are, and it says, shall be tormented day and night forever. Now, this just means a long period of time. So let's not get that fire in the Bible. Let's not get that hell fire, which is the Most High anger and his indignation and his wrath. Let's not get that mixed up with the lake of fire. The lake of fire is the nuclear destruction, the missiles. I'm going to prove to you that too. So you got to know what type of hell that Bible speaks of. All right? You got to know, is it talking about hell as in the form of indignation, as a form of condition, or is it talking about hellfire in the form of basically nuclear destruction? So let's go further. Okay? This is another form of nuclear destruction. When it says that the earth shall be burned up, it's not talking about burning in hell. All right? Because hell is just a metaphor for wrath and indignation and anger. All right? It says, but the day of the Most High will come as a thief in the night. And it says, and that which the heavens shall pass away with great noise. What is that great noise? See that great noise? It says the heavens shall pass away with great noise. That great noise is boom. That's nuclear destruction, okay? So that nuclear destruction, let me get a picture of this right quick. I want to say, let's see. See, America will soon be destroyed by nuclear fire. That's when Russia and all the other nations will carry out war it will be a third world war, and it will happen in the Middle East. It will happen in the Persian Gulf, which is the Valley of Jehoshaphat and Joel 3. And this is where the war will take place, and they will be shooting missiles back and forth. And Babylon, which is America, is going to receive every last one of these missiles to be destroyed. So that's what that's talking about, man. Okay? America being destroyed by nuclear fire. That loud noise is those missiles. Alright? Not hell, with you burning in the earth in the mythological place. It says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. And the earth, see, it's letting you know, the earth also, and the works therein shall be burned up. So that's not talking about that mythological hell. It's talking about nuclear destruction from the ICBM missiles that's soon to come on America. All right, let's keep going. All right. How do we know it's from these ICBM missiles? Behold, Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals, and the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. I have created the waster. What is the waster? Let's go back. He says, I have created the waster. The waster are the nuclear missiles, as you can see. I want you to see this. That's the waster. The nuclear missiles. The waster is the atomic bomb. The waster is the nuclear bombs. All right. So let's not get that misunderstood. Let's not get that twisted up with hellfire, which is the wrath and indignation of the Most High. Let's not get that twisted up with the hellfire, which is the wrath and indignation of the Most High. Because I told you heaven and hell are basically primarily conditions on the earth. All right. This is one more concerning the nuclear destruction. Let's look at Zechariah 14:12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Most High will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. And it says, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So their flesh will be burned away while they stand upon their feet. Their eyes shall melt in their sockets, in their faces, and their tongues shall melt in their mouth. So how would this take place? How would this happen? Excuse me. How would flesh be consumed? How would eyeballs be burnt out the sockets? How would the tongue be consumed away in the mouth? It's not talking about a mythological place, which is hell in the middle of the earth. It's not talking about some mythological place where people are suffering punishment by demons and damn devils in red suits and pitchforks. This is talking about the nuclear destruction. So you got to know what is what in the Bible, man. You got to separate. You got to know what to separate, and you got to know how to differentiate and analyze and break down the scriptures in the Bible, man. All right? Now, let's get some more. So let's not get the nuclear destruction mixed up with basically, let's not get that mixed up with Deuteronomy 32:22. So this fire in my anger, that's the Most High anger. Say that burns in the lowest hell. Hell in heaven is a condition. Hell is when you suffering, heartache, pain, trouble, struggling, poverty, on the street, don't have a place to stay. You suffering with sickness and all different types of symptoms of stress and pain and just going through day by day. That's hell. However, ruling in the earth, being successful. You know what I'm saying? Being successful. I mean, just living it up. That's heaven. And we don't have that right now. The so-called white man out here. All right? So before we close out, let's get some more precepts. I just wanted to go over this, man. Okay? I'm going to try to answer all your questions, man. All right? Now, however, let's look at, we're going to view that, let's look at 10:28, St. Matthew. Let's look at that. All right? It says, and fear not them which can kill the body. When it says fear not them which can kill the body, it's talking about the so-called damn devil, which is the white man. So-called white man, which are the Edomites. They bound to kill us for keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. So it says, fear not them. And not only Esau, not only Edom, but the other Gentile nations as well. Okay? We don't supposed to fear them, the other Gentile nations. Okay? All right? We don't supposed to fear basically from 2 down to 18. White man, Arabs, Chinese, Africans, and Arabs, I want to say, and so forth. All nations that are not Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we don't supposed to fear those people, okay? It says, don't fear them which can kill the body, because that's all they can do to us. They can kill the body, that's it, all right? But they are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him. When it says fear him, who is it talking about? It's talking about the Most High, okay? It's talking about the Most High, the God of Israel. Fear him, which is able to destroy both soul and body and hell. Now, a lot of people think that this hell right here is talking about the mythological place that burns within the earth. It's not talking about that mythological place that burns in the earth. It's talking about a condition, okay? It says, fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body. What does it mean when it says to destroy both soul and body? What does it mean when it say that? Okay. Basically, it's just saying the soul, the knowledge. Fear him that is able to destroy. That soul that possesses the ability to learn, the ability to the ability to absorb knowledge. Fear him that is able to destroy that soul. What is that body? We know the only place that you possess the body is on the earth. All right. And it says body in hell. That, the paraphrase it, fear him that is able to destroy both the soul and the body that's in the wrath of the Most High. Okay? Or the body that's under the wrath of the Most High. The body that's in great indignation of the Most High. The body that is in hell fire, that means the Most High's anger. That body that is under his indignation. That wrath of the Most High that is over that body. Okay, that's what it's talking about. Okay? It says body in hell. Alright? So you don't burn in the earth. There's no mythological place called hell. Heaven and hell